Hi, this is Niklas of the Swedish old school death metal band LIK, and you are listening to The Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Niklas, thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you back here on the Metal Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
It's always good to be back.
As we remember, it's been 2 years since we last talked, Niklas, but now we are all going through this very bad and suffering from this pandemic. But yeah, this was not enough to put the band on hold since LIK are releasing their third full-length album, Misanthropic Breed, in just weeks away. Niklas, while everything was being locked down and Black was taken over, people fighting for their lives to survive, how tough and inappropriate time was it for the band to be in the middle of getting a new album out?
Well, it was of course interesting, and it was challenging and difficult because we've never been in this kind of situation before as a band, and yeah, it made things different.
Niklas, I can see that the band almost remains with the same lineup. Tomas on vocals, guitars, you, well actually on guitar now, yes, and Chris on drums, but you have Joakim Antman on bass now. The band replaces the session live member Johan Risberg to Joakim Antman as the new bassist. Joakim has made his recording debut with the 2019 Stockholm death metal EP. This was Anthem's first full-length with LIK, and his presence only improved the great idea as the band were coming up with. Was there any audition made to hire Joakim as a new member? How did you decide to hire him, to recruit him as the new bassist?
Well, a few years back, Johan wasn't able to join us for a tour that we did with band Over Torture in Germany, and Joakim was the bassist for that band at the time, and since we needed someone to step in, he accepted the challenge and the task, so he did double duties on that tour. So he was playing bass with us live already back then, and then basically when Johan said that he didn't have like full interest and commitment to play in the band, and because we wanted to have someone that was permanent, to have like a full lineup, and then it was like a no-brainer because we already played with Joakim and we know that we are compatible as persons as well. We have a good vibe together, and yes, there was no need for any auditions.
How of a great result has this been for you, having Joakim doing the bass part for the recording of the new album instead of you doing both bass and guitars like you did on the Carnage album, while Thomas was more concentrated on the vocals part?
Of course, it makes my life easier because I don't need to do that kind of double thing in the studio. I can just focus on the guitar and practice that, and hopefully it's something that transpires and something that people can hear, that maybe I play a little bit, just a nudge better on this album in terms of solos and everything like that than on the previous albums, because now I could focus more on that instead of having that kind of thought in the back of my head, like when I'm done with all the guitars, then I need to play bass as well, and record that. So I could lean back and be a little bit more relaxed on this album.
Niklas, I don't recall asking you last time, since we combined the interview we did last time for LIK with Catatonia as well, but this time only doing this interview concerning the new release of the band. But for those who don't know the band, for those who not familiar with the band, for new fans, sometimes people asking, but LIK, what does LIK mean, and where did you get the name of the band from?
Basically a really cool name, because in Swedish LIK means corpse, so it's a dead person, which fits death metal very good, like a perfect fit. So it doesn't have anything with dripping hoses or special type of onions. It's about corpse.
You had to brainstorm to decide it on this name, or was it easy to pick a name?
We needed to brainstorm, of course, a little bit, and then it was Chris, I believe, brought up the idea of having LIK as a name, and it rang well with everyone, and we are still happy about how it turned out.
How about the name logo?
The logo, actually, Anders Nyström of Catatonia, who designed it, because he's very good at designing band logos, and basically it was something that I got back like just 30 or 40 minutes after I sent him like the question if he has any ideas about how to produce a nice logo around the word LIK. Then that came. So it was something that we felt like, that this is so really cool and spontaneous that this is a keeper. And yeah, so that's how it went.
I have to congratulate you, because a very killer name for a death metal band, but as well as the logo of the band name, it's so incredible.
Yeah, it's something that really pops, and it's something that stands out when you're, for example, play festivals. Very easy to spot it because many band logos looks pretty much the same. It looked like a bush somewhere in the forest that has been growing very, very wildly.
You're definitely right, because if you don't know the band, Niklas, you don't even know what's that logo, which band is from.
Yeah, exactly. Very many logos out there which you can't read or like you can't see what it says.
Yeah, unless you're there with.
Yeah, but ours are quite straightforward.
Niklas, what was the idea behind the release of this EP? I'm talking about Stockholm, Death Metal.
The idea behind it was basically we had the song that we wanted to release, of course, and it's also something that's nice in between the full-length albums to release something a little bit smaller, a little bit more quick, like something that fits on a 7-inch vinyl. And it also helps the band to keep yourself contemporary and to not like disappear from the scene and spotlight. So you have something out there. And also nice to have one more song added to the live set list.
There's something like to tell the fans, I'm here. So don't forget about me.
Definitely. And it makes it easier to get gigs as well because you're keeping yourself in the loop and you're being seen in like magazine reviews and stuff like that for those releases as well. So it's a good thing. But foremost, it's because it's fun.
Didn't you feel the need to put this song on the new album? Because it's just a single on its own here.
Yeah, I think we had some talks about doing it, but then it would be totally different sounding. So then we would need to re-record it again. But yeah, it's a good song, but it's something it's just there. It's like its own entity.
Very great song. To continue with this interview, last October 13, 2019, the band played at the Scandinavian Death Metal Fest and have shared a stage with great name bands, to say some, like Dismember, Grave, Benediction, Demonical, just to say some. Was this the first presentation for the band at this festival? For you as a fan as well, that you attended all the 3 days of the festival, and how was everything in general gone?
It was a really, really nice experience. If I'm not mistaken, it was the first edition of Scandinavian Death Fest. And yeah, it was an honor to participate. Of course, it was really mind-blowing that Dismember was playing as well. We actually played on this beer release party as well, which was in conjunction with the festival. So that was like on the Thursday evening. It was the Dismember's beer release party. We got to play there as well. So we played both like Thursday and Sunday.
So you had fun was it 4 nights or?
It was a rough weekend and I was standing every day there as well. I couldn't miss one day.
The band's full-length mass Funeral Evocation was released back in 2015. The second full-length Carnage crawled out of the crypt in 2018, and it's still a death metal album at its absolute finest. 10-phase, meltingly awesome track to get your head banging from its first track to Kill to its closer Embrace at the end. But promotional-wise, we remember the band opened the casket number 1 and found the first single called Rip You of Your Flesh. A couple weeks later, you opened the rotten and stinky casket number 2, and what lies lurking inside was nothing less than Dr. Dushanka. Wow, a song we enjoyed so much and are still headbanging to, and everybody loves this song each time we present it, Niklas, and I think you guys must have enjoyed it, play it live as well. And the third and last casket was open, and yes, the band unleashed celebration of the twist, a groovy number with some steady beats. Niklas, how was this album in general being accepted by media's friends and fans?
It was accepted very well, I remember, and it was something like a major step up for us in terms of like song quality and production and everything. So it was very well received, and I can't remember even one bad review coming in for that. It was a really exciting times.
I really love the way you guys presented the album with all these saying about the rotten and stinking casket, and I said I have to bring it back up. The promotion of the album was tremendous.
Yeah, it was of course as well because we came into Metal Blade Records. We signed a contract via them, so it was very different promotional wise than it was on the first album. It felt more like a proper album release this time.
She wears it as a trophy on her index finger.
Moving forward, the band has a new album coming out titled Misanthropic Breed. The upcoming album from the Swedes Death Metal is their third full-length album, and it's scheduled to be released September 25th, 2020 via, as you said, Metal Blade Records. This is the band's second full-length album with Metal Blade Records, and I like to say hello to Nikki from Metal Blade Records. How are things going with the label and the promotion around this new upcoming release, Niklas?
It's going well. It's a label we are very happy to be on, and it's just very nice people working there, and they are just as passionate and excited about music as we are. It's very far from suit and tie label where people are just counting money, and trying to do like financially really good decisions and like super commercialized. This is more, it's metal fans that works for releasing good metal albums, which is really cool, and that makes us right at home. And they're working hard for getting us exposure, and I think that we've had more reviews on this record than on the previous one. So they're working like more and more hard to build the name and to make us visible.
As we said, the new album contains 11 tracks, and if you allow me, Niklas, I like to go over the album tracking list.
Oh yeah.
Track number 1 is the song titled The Weird. Track number 2, which is the opener, I said promotional song Decay, follows by number 3, Funeral Evocation, number 4, Corrosive Survival, number 5, Female Fatal to the Flesh, number 6, the album title Misanthropic Breed, number 7, Fresh Frenzy, number 8, Morbid Fascination, number 9, Walls, number 10, Face of Death, closing with Becoming. Having planned to track the record at Stockholm's Soul studio, the band's intentions were spoiled, derailed by this COVID-19 lockdowns. He was forced to record at the band's rehearsal space. How has everything gone with the recording and with Lawrence McCrory from Obey Mastering, who was responsible for doing the mixing, mastering, and also for producing the album, Niklas?
Yeah, it was very strange times. And yeah, as you said there, our plans were derailed and we needed to go into plan B, which was to record in our rehearsal studio. And we already had all the gear set up already because we have that kind of solution there that we can track our rehearsals. We have we're working on a new song, then we can immediately track it and record it just to play it back and see how it sounds like. So we had lots of gear already set up, but of course it was challenging because it's not like ideal to record a full-length album and something that should be done in a real studio to do it in the rehearsal place. But we just needed to work with what we had and what was possible at the time. And with Lawrence McCrory, it was possible to do it because he's a true professional and he's very good at what he's doing. And since we've been working with him so much in the past, it was smooth and easy to do the whole thing. So luckily we had that option. Otherwise it would have been postponing the record for the future because of this pandemic bullshit.
Yeah, but you guys feel satisfied how everything has worked out?
Oh yeah, we are very happy. We're super pleased that it turned out this great, even though we had some hurdles to pass. So we're very happy with the end result. And yeah, I think people will be happy with it as well, I hope.
Niklas, last July 27, 2020, the band premiered the video for the first promotional single, Decay, of the new album. The video was directed by Matthias Blom. Was this recorded at your rehearsal place? And yes, which track will be the second promotional song?
It was actually recorded at mine and Tomas' extra workplace, where we work extra sometimes. It's Stockholm International Fairs. So it's actually in the same room as we recorded the Dr. Dushanka video for Carnage.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I was looking to this video. I was looking to see if I can see fans around and things. I said, oh, this seems like to be in a rehearsal place.
Yeah, exactly. But it was, as you said, shot by Matthias Blom, so it was almost the same kind of setup, but now it was as in the Dr. Dushanka video, but now it was more professional. We could use more stuff from the fair, and we could build these black walls, making it feeling like we're more like in a black void playing almost. So it was fun. It was really good.
As I was saying, the band's new album, Misanthropic Breed, coming out this September, is with far darker in tone, with fewer jokes than included on previous releases. When it came to lyric subject matter, the band were influences partially by movies and books, but of their inspiration came from looking back at their own catalog catalogs. Could you please briefly some more about this, Niklas?
Yeah, I think it was, as you mentioned, it's been inspired by old songs from ourselves to make new ones. And also the lyrics themselves are a little bit more tidied up and not maybe like corny as some people describe them. So it's a little bit more darker and more straightforward this time. But there's still humoristic parts baked in there because it can't be too serious. Then it would lose the joy, you know. It needs to be a little bit of like a pinch of humor in there.
Okay. The album, Misanthropic Breed, is set to release on September 25th. Pre-orders are available now and can be purchased. The band and the label have made the new album available in different formats like, yes, there's black vinyl, opaque red vinyl, purple vinyl, white and red splatter, clear red and splatter, red black dust vinyl, clear warm grade marble vinyl, and not to talk about the album itself, the digital digipack plus bonus track. How are the reaction from the fans so far? How are the pre-sales been going, Niklas?
From what I've seen, it's been going very good. From our own shop at Trust No One Recording, they have sold, I think it's almost sold out, all the pre-orders. They went very fast, especially for some special editions, those colors and stuff like that. So it's good feedback in that way, that people are really, really interested to snatch those special editions.
As you said, some of them might be sold out. Will there be any possibility that the label and the band allow to reprint?
I think those like special editions, they will be sold out and then not reprinted because we want to keep them special edition. It would be a little bit cheating the ones that were quick to buy it and really wanted to have it if you're printing new ones. But of course, more like regular editions. If it runs out, then more will be printed, of course.
Going on the cover artwork, it's so special. Is this something you'd like to share us with the work done by Mark Riddick on this cover artwork?
It was once again Mark Riddick we worked with, and it was basically we sent over some songs for him to listen to, so he got like a good vibe of how it sounds like, so he could get inspiration from that. And it went very fast when we explained what we wanted as the cover artwork. Came back very fast, and we had no complaints about it because it's killer looking artwork, and he's one of the best in the business, so it goes very smooth, and it's like mutual feeling. We really like his work, and he seems to be really into our music as well, so it's very nice that way.
I see that it matches the LIK logo artwork as well.
Oh yes, it blends in nicely with the logo and everything.
Yeah. Talking about the logo, the band album cover artwork is already available on t-shirt, and even for the track number 3, I see Funeral Anthem. How about for the track number 2, the album opener, Decay? Will you have t-shirt made?
I'm not sure, actually. We're gonna some t-shirts made just for those singles, but yeah, it could be an idea.
Yeah, because if you see good on the, I think this was on the label site, I think it was. Let me see, Metal Blade. Yes, I see that there's the one for Funeral Anthem. Have you seen it? This t-shirt?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, I mean, because that, I'm very curious. Are you guys planning to have this song as like a next promotional single?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have. It's gonna be the second one.
Okay, that's answering my question just now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. During the fall, Demonical are anticipating to unleash the 6th full-length through Agonia record, but you guys, with your 3rd album through Metal Blade, are planning, to have a tour. I mean, to double album release tour. You're gonna tour also with the Brazilians, death metal pioneers, Nervo Chaos, and the Swedish blasters, Bleeding Utopia, who we had this great opportunity to interview them last year, where we talked to Andreas Moran for the last album, Where the Light Comes to Die. Will join a special guest. Make it a death metal package. No pandemic should be allowed to stop this. Talking about all shows not start yet. Will this tour still taking place?
That's something we need to wait for in the future to see what happens. It's all about restrictions, and then different countries have different approaches. You never know right now, because one week it could be fine, and then the next week, if something happens, like in terms of cases arising, it can be cancelled. You never really know.
Here we're talking about like a month and a half away, and yes, you're talking about different countries like Czech Republic, Poland, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, Austria.
Yeah, I really, really hope that it will take place, and it's still on.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. So far, there wasn't any doubt about it.
No, it's still on, and we're aiming for that it will happen.
Let's cross the finger, my friend. Okay, continue with this last part of the interview. Sweden has long been in high regard as one of the hotbeds of global death metal with Misanthropic Breed, LIK only added fuel to this fire. The album contains a describe to the world today and the generation that are emerging, stated vocalist guitarist Tomas. In a way, it's more applicable than ever with the quote, "It's every man for himself," being so suitable, and it's also a hidden homage to both Dismember and Entombed. To conclude this interview with you, Niklas, what will LIK be up for this coming 2021 in promotion of this impressive, this slam into the face killer new album, Misanthropic Breed?
We're gonna try to play as many shows that is possible for 2021, and we had already lots of shows this year, but instead of canceled, it was rescheduled for 2021. So we're hoping to play all those and to book even more shows and possibly go on more tours to promote the album. And yeah, that's the thing I would say, just to get out there, have fun, and meet as many people crazy about this death metal that we are.
For those that are already scheduled, are you allowed to share with us those places where you guys will be?
Maybe not at the moment, because
Okay.
it's secrets, you know. It's just as secret as NASA has secrets, and Pentagon. No, but we will release it when everything is like 100% sure. And
Besides that, I'm sure that there's a lot of people throughout the world that want to see you guys live. And is this a kind of a way to make them with high hope to see if they can to get to see you guys playing live, especially performing these new songs on your schedule? There will be a European tour. There will be, especially crossing over the Atlantic, there will be a North and South American tour.
oh, I would love that. It would be perfect, and it would be so cool to go over with LIK, just as I've done with Keratonia. And I know how nice it is to play both in the States and South America. So it would be really, really good to do that with LIK, and maybe play the 70,000 tons of metal. Would be great thing.
That's gorgeous. I mean, at least it's in a conversation with you, the label, or are you guys at least thinking about it, the possibility?
Oh yeah, we're thinking about the possibility, and I think it's up to we have the booking agent, the agency called Black Harbor Entertainment, and it's just so much that needs to work out, and there needs to be promoters on the other side that wants to bring us there and to have that project with us. So let's hope for the best. And I think the more like records you put out, the bigger the fan base is, and becomes, and then it's more possible and more likely that you can go and play in uncharted territories.
Okay, I hope we can see you over here. And Niklas, I want to thank you very much for have made this interview possible, and I want to hand you over the microphone of Madam Messiah Radio for you to invite all your friends to support the band, to buy the band's previous albums, as I said, Mass, Funeral Evocation, and Carnage. To those who have not buy this as yet, great releases, I must say. And yes, to hurry up to go buy this great upcoming new album. I'm talking about Misanthropic Breed. This will be a killer one. I didn't hear the album in its total, but I'm sure just listen to one song and know how the band has been evolving throughout their first releases. So far, I believe it's gonna be the best work from the band to date. So I highly encourage you out there, look out for this great new album if you really want to listen to a great and true old school Swedish death metal. And to you, if you really love death metal in any forms, you must have this great upcoming monument of an album in your collection, Misanthropic Breed. Niklas, once again, the microphone of Madam Messiah Radio is all yours to thank whoever you want to thank.
Yeah, I would like to thank everybody that has supported us in the past and are still supporting us. And it means a great deal that people want to listen to us and that they are also as passionate about this cool death metal as we are. So I would like to extend a huge thanks to everyone that supports us. Without you, it wouldn't be nearly the same, you know. It's very important. So thank you, everybody. Huge thanks to you as well that you want to have us on the show and that wants to tell people about us and that we can be guests.
Okay, it has been great honor again to have you on the show, Niklas, and I wish you all the best with this great new album, Misanthropic Breed, and I wish you all the best with the band. Me, as a fan, I can't stand it anymore. I need need to be on the field. I need to go back to the festival. I guess you as the musician, especially having a new album out, you are dying to be on stage again, I guess.
Oh yes, definitely. There's nothing that I would like to do more than to be on the stage and to play in front of people that really appreciate what you do. There's nothing better in the world.
Okay, I would kindly ask you, Niklas, to say hello to Thomas for me, say hello to Chris for me, say hello to Joakim for me, please.
Definitely, I will do that.
Okay, all the best, and like I always say, metal on. Bye-bye.
Metal on, bye-bye.